Shanghai Pearl Tower. Just one of the cool things you can get when you travel to China. It's pretty cool. Alright, so we got this bad boy right here, the double-sided Sichuan Opera mask, or I guess a mask button. Is it a beer opener? I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And I got this bad boy in Chongqing. Just another cool thing you can get. Hop on a plane, get a train, travel, go somewhere, go to another country and experience what it has to offer. I'm telling you, traveling is a great way to see the world and to really see who you really are. Okay, what's up y'all? This is Joe, An Chi Ming, and today, obviously, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about traveling in China and why I really think and believe it's important to travel. In my opinion, life is too short not to travel because there is just too much to see and too much to do and so many cool people to meet. Since I've been in China, I've been able to travel to a few cities that I really like. Some I like better than others, of course, but I've been able to take back so many things in terms of physical objects and memories that I will never forget. And I think the most important thing I would have to say about traveling in China or just anywhere is that don't let your fear get the best of you. Don't let your fear or your insecurity stop you from going somewhere, because I've said it before, life is too short and this world is too big to see. You know, the food, the people, everything. And you never know what you're going to like until you go out and see it for yourself. You know, see what a country has to offer. The news, the media, they always love to show you the fearful side and the negative side of every country. And you won't get to see the cool side and the positives unless you're here. You know, I can show you, and other video bloggers can tell you about the cool things of China or any country, but the best way to see it is if you're here yourself, experiencing it, going through life here yourself, and judging the country or the city that you're in for yourself. That's the best way to do it, and in my opinion, that's the only way to do it. So that's it. Okay, now if you come to China and you're looking to travel, there are a few things that I really want to share with you based on my experiences going to these types of places. Alright. So in China, you have the really big cities, Shanghai, Beijing, Shenzhen, Tianjin, Guangzhou, all that stuff. And then you have the very small cities, you know. Some places I've been to are Daqing, a place called Chikou in Shanxi province, and a few other cities. Now both of these types of cities have great advantages and great disadvantages, you know, good and bad, just like everything does. Got to keep it balanced, right? Alright. So for the small cities, the reason why I would say visit or even live in a small city for a while is because of the people. The people are very, very nice. They will help you out, and they, you know, a small city, everybody's more on the poor side, you know. There are some small cities that are very rich, but they really don't show it, like Daqing. Daqing is an oil-based city, and it's famous in China for the oil, but it's still pretty rural, you know. So but the people are nice and the food is great and it's very, very cheap, you know. Those are just some of the advantages of living or being in a small city in China. Of course, some of the disadvantages are that there's not a lot to do, you know, in terms of, you know, maybe like amusement parks or sometimes even bowling, you know. So it's up to you. If you like that quiet and peaceful type of area, a small city will be great for you. If you don't, if you like the big bustling cities, then go there, which is a great segue for the next part, for the big cities. Like I said, Shanghai, Beijing, yada yada yada. Alright, so big cities in China are very international, and basically they have every single thing you need. You can also meet people from all over the world within these big cities, and that's really cool. I've met people from Australia, the UK, South Africa, other parts of America. I'm from the Midwest America, New Zealand, Nigeria, all this stuff. It's really, really cool. And people can teach you some great life lessons if you just are open to listening to them and open to hearing what they have to say. And also they can learn something from you too. So it works on both sides. Another cool thing about the big cities are the food choices. Now, big cities are big because of the people. And there are many people who are from all over China that go to big cities. Shenzhen has people from all over China, which in turn, they bring their food from their hometowns, and then you get a bustling city like Shenzhen or Shanghai. On the downside to big cities though, in my experience, the people, both foreign and Chinese, they're not as friendly. Big cities are business based, they're money based, and money creates a lot of problems if used in the wrong way and if viewed in the wrong way. You know, so many relationships in these big cities are based on money, and even the relationships in terms of family, marriage, you know, based on money. And that's something that I don't really like. When I went to Shanghai, it was cool, the lights were beautiful and everything, but when it got down to the people, it was just, they were all about business, and I didn't get that real friendship type of vibe from Shanghai, you know. It was straight, who has the most money, what can you do, what can you buy, that's it. So I'm not really a big fan of the big cities. Also, big cities, you have more cars, more traffic, and it just gets annoying. They're more polluted, and it's not really cool in my opinion. I don't really like it. Yeah, so you have the small cities with nice people, it's very cheap, you get everything you need, well, mostly everything you need, and you know, it's very quiet and calm and peaceful. Big cities, very international, get to meet a lot of people, but maybe they're not so nice, and it's straight money based, too much traffic, too much pollution. The party scene on both cities, it depends on the city. So if you're a party person, that depends on you. So me, I prefer more in the middle, a second tier city where it's not too big, not too small, and it has everything that you need. So that's just me. Alright, now traveling in China, you still have the trains, the planes, and the buses. I would say in ranking from 1 to 3, with 1 being the highest, trains are the best bet and buses are the last resort. I say that because buses are very crowded, the seats are uncomfortable, there's too many people, and it sucks even more if you're on a long ride with no seat, you know. So it's not really that good in my opinion. That's the last resort. If you don't have enough money for the train or the plane or whatever, last resort. Number 2 are the planes. Just like anywhere else, get your tickets early and you'll be okay, you know. Flying in China is cheaper than flying in a Western country, but still they can get pretty expensive if bought too late. So that's, you know, that is cool. Okay, now the trains, the fast trains, you know, those speeding bullet looking trains, those are the ones you want, you know, in China. Even if the train is like a 3 or 4 hour ride, trust me, if you took one of those old-fashioned trains, that's about 10 hours. You don't want that. So now the old-fashioned trains are okay, especially when you don't have anybody sitting next to you. They're good for like the overnight and everything, but on a day trip, like 9-10 hours, it can get boring and it's hard. I'm telling you this from experience, so it's crazy. But yeah, the fast trains are your best bet. They're pretty cheap. I went from Taiyuan to Xi'an, and that was a 4-hour trip. That was 178 kwai, and it really wasn't too bad. So go travel, go see something new, go make your life better, and come back with an experience that you will cherish for a lifetime. Because traveling, no matter where you go, is great. Alright, this is Joe An Chi Ming. I'm out. Have a good day and travel the world. Peace.